Chapter 5. By the fall of 1968, Jerry Brudos had found a job, again as an electrician, for a firm south of Salem. Not a great job, but a job. His marriage was still intact, but it was strained. Darcy had cooled to his sexual advances. She did not often refuse him, but he sensed she found him disgusting. She was away from their home so much now, spending 4 days a week with 2 sisters who were her good friends. He still ruled the home with an iron hand, however. He told Darcy that the shop area was his and that he didn't want her going out to the garage without his permission. He got a strong padlock and put it on the door to assure that he would have privacy. She complained some because the freezer was out there, and he said flatly, "Just tell me what you want for supper, and I'll go get it out of the freezer for you. I don't want you butting into my darkroom when I'm working. You'll ruin everything if you do." He didn't worry so much about her poking around in the attic. He told her that he'd seen mice and rats up there, and that scared her. He had his treasures up there, boxes of shoes and bras and slips, all sizes. Some were even large enough for him to slip into himself to spend hours enjoying the feel of the soft cloth against his bare skin. The things were his, and he didn't want Darcy touching them or asking him questions about where he'd gotten them. He didn't even like to have her come home unexpectedly from her silly visits to her friends. "You call me before you come home," he told her. "I like to have some warning who's going to pop in on me." "But I'm your wife," she protested. "You just call, like I told you." There was no point in arguing with him. She did call, but that didn't seem to be enough. Jerry flooded her friends with calls of his own whenever she was away from home. He wanted to know where I was, what I was doing, when I was coming home. He was terribly jealous of me, wondering who I was with, and I never was with anyone but my girlfriends. Once, I asked him why he was always checking on me, why I couldn't come back to my own house without calling first. He made a joke of it. He said he wanted to be sure he got the blonde out of the house before I got there. He had never cheated on her, not as far as she knew. It was a dumb joke. She was just a little afraid of him now, because he seemed so strange. He had never harmed her physically, but he was so big, and even his friends said he was the strongest human they'd ever seen. He could carry a refrigerator all by himself and never even show the strain.